Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. This is Johnny playing the character Chime.
This is Aaron, and I'm playing Sam Feluge.
And this is Jeremy playing Julian Illix.
This is Jeff, and I'm playing Jerr Lan.
And this is Jordan, and I am setting the world on fire.
He's gonna start a fire.
So firefighter Jerr Lan goes to the scene of the fire, and he goes into the building to check for survivors. And you find a body that is shriveled on top and normal on the bottom half of the body. And it looks like the top half is essentially mummified. And the rest of it is okay, so it's a little bit weird. You pull somebody out of the fire, a guy named Gaspar, and he recognizes you, but you're able to trick him into thinking that he does not recognize you. Spend some character points trying to do that too, if I remember correctly. Now,
On purpose.
yes, Julian, who has been investigating a possible serial arsonist, comes and greets you after your shift is over. And he asks you some questions about the fires. Before that, he had gone to the actual scene of the fire and had spoken to the fire marshal about the possibility of an accelerant, GX35, being used. Unfortunately, it was just too soon to tell if that had been the case. And Chime, meanwhile, had received a phone call asking about some files that seemed to have gone missing.
One of them was very suspicious that went missing.
Yes.
Like file sins.
Yeah.
Sam Feluge.
That's right. Sam Feluge's file, as long as Pellix and Campions and someone named McFile, so I don't know where that came from. They all went missing. So that's pretty much where we stand at this point. Unless there's anything Chime wants to do now that he's...
No, there's nothing particularly I want to do. I want to get done. All my active cases have been taken over. Let's see, we're in the center of town. My home's not too far away from here because it's military housing. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything specific to go find some lunch, I guess.
Okay. Sam, how are you spending your morning?
Job hunting.
Job hunting. What kind of job are you looking for?
I am looking for whatever job will take me with my limited background, which is pretty sparse.
Military history that you can't talk about.
Yes.
Correct.
So are you thinking maybe security?
Security. I'm not picky. I am just trying to keep my nose clean and keep my head down.
Okay. So if you guys don't mind, we're going to go ahead and jump back to Julian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you're job hunting.
Yeah, just job hunting. Center of town area.
So what would you like to do now that you finished talking with Jerr Lan, Julian?
The fire marshal mentioned that, I guess, GX35, one of the only sanctioned uses for it is military.
That's correct.
Knowing that now, I guess he would try and go back over to the base and talk to the major again.
Okay.
I believe it was Major Ilian.
Yes. So it seems like the major is very busy today.
Yeah, so he would walk up to the main desk, say again, it's like, yeah, this is Julian Illix again. I was here yesterday. I was told that the major could not see me to try back again today. So I'm trying back again today. This is concerning the fire that was here 2 days ago. Here's my credentials. I am allowed to be investigating.
Well, at this point, it does appear that the major does have something available on his schedule, but it won't be until the afternoon. So if you want, you can wait here, or you can come back at 1400.
Oh, I guess I'll come back then.
Okay.
As he exits, he's gonna just observe like how the building is being, I guess, reconstructed, or the damage is being taken care of.
More staircases.
Yeah, he's just scoping out the place and see what is being done.
Well, it looks like a lot of they're still doing like rubble removal. Your office was like completely destroyed.
That entire floor was.
Yeah, so they've got to like get out all of the desks and equipment that was destroyed.
Take too long.
They've also got to like knock off all the ash from the walls and repaint and rewire and do a whole bunch of just general maintenance stuff. Make sure it's still up to code. Make sure that the floor.
Coach mode.
Make
It's
sure
a government facility.
For the council.
I mean,
I work with government.
Yeah.
this is probably the opposite. The council would have very strict regulations.
Yeah.
There's a lot that has to go in. They've got to make sure that the floor is sound there on that floor, but they also have to make sure that the floor is sound on the floor above, because the walls might have been weakened and supports in the walls might have had some melting from, like the metal might have been warped a little bit. So it looks like there's a lot of work going on.
All right, so are there any workers that are around taking a smoke break?
Even Rod,
Even.
they are.
Good call.
I rolled my dice.
It's going to be a 1 or a 6. So.
Or 4, apparently. Those are the 3 numbers I'm rolling today.
So you do see some people taking a smoke break.
All right, so he's gonna walk over, pull out his lighter, and ask one. He's like, "Can I bum a cigarette off you?"
Sure.
All right. And so he lights his lighter, hands it to one of the guys. Says, "Do you mind?"
Yeah.
All right. So he lights the cigarette, and as he reaches out, he's going to actually grab it by the top, touching the flame.
Okay.
And he does it, making a willpower check.
The spells are so ridiculously low. Like if you take the minor.
Yeah, if you do all them, it has to have an element. It has to have assistance, a gesture. Oh, nope. I did not get it.
So
I rolled a 1 on the wild die.
the spell that you were trying to use, just go ahead and describe it for us again.
Was trying to sense if there are any fire elementals in the general area and their general state of mind, since I connected with one previously here,
Right.
just to see what's going on.
As far as you can tell,
But I didn't make the willpower check.
correct. As far as you can tell, everybody here is just a common.
Would I know that I didn't successfully connect, or
Actually, you would, because you're willfully trying to do something, and there's something that's blocked it for some reason.
okay?
Your concentration is not quite
Okay.
on as much as you would like.
Yeah, so I kind of know that I just flubbed that, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And he just grabs his lighter and walks.
Okay.
I want to do a further investigation of the surrounding building to see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
It's an awful roll for 5 dice.
It's still enough to see what's going on. That roll is a difficult target number right there. So you do see a glint out of the corner of your eye as like people are going in and out of the building. It looks like you see like this weird distortion as the door opens and a few people go through, and it looks like someone kind of stumbles a little bit, and you're not quite like you can't see an obvious reason why they would stumble. It looks like they might have like tripped over something that was on the ground, or maybe someone's foot or something like that.
Okay. On second thought, he's going to go back over to who we're smoking.
Okay.
Taking the smoke break and just try and start a just random conversation with him.
Okay.
So he goes over and says, "Hey, on second thought, this looks like not normal repairs on this building. What happened?"
Well, there was a fire here.
Well, it kind of looks like that, but I mean, it's kind of weird that it looks like the third floor is pretty damaged, but everything else is pretty intact.
Yeah, it started in some guy's office. I mean, I don't really know too much about what happened, but they said that it was government secrets and
Yeah, government secrets,
Yeah.
right? So I'm assuming as you're saying that, government secrets. You're saying that way you're work for a private construction company and not a council.
No. We're not blessed enough to work for the council.
For the council. Yeah.
Correct.
Kind of chuckles. And he's going to time it as the guy, I guess, takes a big drag of his cigarette.
Okay.
And then he will do the same and then reach out and point to an area of the third floor
Right.
as both he and the guy are exhaling,
Yeah,
blowing
okay,
out,
okay.
blowing smoke out. And he's going to do another willpower check.
Okay.
I like your
It's good.
your component slash.
I need a 9 for this one.
I like the way you built your spells.
And this is a 9.
Cool.
It's actually a 10 because we're +1. So I get it.
Cool.
And now I can sense air elementals and their general state of mind in the area.
It seems like there are some air elementals that are working in the building, just a handful. But you can't. It seems like it's general focused on the administrative work that is done in the building.
So I just sent them in the building, nothing like by that door.
There's some that seem to be going up and downstairs.
Okay.
Normal business.
Normal business.
Normal business. Yeah.
Mindset, I guess. He's just going to continue small talk with the guy.
Yeah, so my kid is graduating from the academy next week.
The academy?
Yeah,
How do you get lucky enough to get into the academy?
lottery.
Oh.
45 children are chosen every year, and she scored well enough on the tests. So, just counting our stars and hopes that she can make it past the service levels to get into the officer course.
Yeah, but they only want special individuals for those kind of positions.
That's true, but I don't want to brag too much. It's enough to say that you have a kid in the academy, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, what she can do, it's just incredible.
She proxy?
You could say that. I mean, she does things with Earth. She can like separate all the grains, and she can tell you right away. Oh, that's a block of pumice. That's a block of granite. That's a block of salt. It's really incredible to see what she can do. I'd like to say she's a chip off the old block, but she certainly doesn't get it from me.
She always been able to do that?
Well, I mean, since she was like 7,
Seems more like that innate to me.
wasn't something she was born with, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I mean, even innates, it takes some time to
Oh,
figure out what
sure.
they can do. So, my daughter seemed like she discovered her power very early.
Really? How old is she?
Well, she would be 5 now.
Would be.
Would be.
What do you mean?
She's missing right now.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you talked to the constabulary?
Yeah, but my position is not high enough in society for them to take a look at the case.
You don't have that blue stripe on your ID, huh?
I'm lucky to have an ID for Consiglio.
Oh, so you're an outside boy.
Yeah, I'm from Greenhaven.
Wasn't that the place with all the casualties?
Yeah.
I heard there was a hole punched in the top of it. Top of the dome.
Yeah, there was. It got pretty cold.
Oh,
Pretty brutal in there. You know how far north Greenhaven is.
whoever named it green made a huge mistake.
Well, it was pretty green until the hole got punched in it.
Of course. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm done with this. He flicks the cigarette butt away.
All right, I'll let you get back.
Yeah, thanks. Gotta go up there and start scraping walls again.
All right. Good luck with your daughter.
Yeah, thanks. You too, man.
All right, thanks.
Hope you find her.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait around until he gets to meet with the major then.
Okay. Sam, you run into an old friend from your military days. Someone who's been out
Okay.
a little bit.
Military
longer.
friend.
Yes, military friend.
He's gonna have to murk someone again.
A young lady named Kitari Amu.
Katari Emu.
Yes.
So we run into each other where?
You run into each other On the aqua rail.
Okay.
She comes under the aqua rail a few stops after you do, and she's wearing a business suit, has a briefcase. She was in the same unit as you were, and she sees you and she's like, "Sam,
Katari, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's wonderful to run into you."
Yeah, it's been what, 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it. It's like time has just flown by.
Yeah. I mean, you look like you're doing pretty well for yourself. You look like you're set up.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I have it's a job with the telecommunications company.
Okay. How did you get that coming from where you're coming from?
Well, they always need, wiring skills and management skills and.
Okay. So actually, it's good that I ran into you. I've actually been looking for a job myself. Are you guys looking for somebody right now?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay.
I would have to talk to our management and see if the council has allotted us a new space.
That would be great. I really enjoyed the work that I did, and would love to continue to be involved. It's just tough to find it out here.
Yeah, once you come over to the private sector, it just doesn't feel the same. I mean, that's good on some levels, but...
Yeah, I don't miss the bureaucracy at all, but I definitely miss some of the work we got to do. Remember that time over in Marnaline? You remember that time with the diplomat?
Yeah, I do, but we shouldn't talk about it here.
Oh, no details. I'm just saying, I really miss that kind of work.
You were good at it. I will give you that. Hey, do you want to get lunch?
Sure. Like I said, I'm out looking for a job, so I'm more or less free right now.
That's great.
Good. Where do you want to go?
Well, I mean, there's
The 20D Damage Cafe.
Was not expecting that.
Fantastic job.
I'm just saying, she sounds a little suspicious to me.
We're just gonna make this building collapse on you.
Well, you've heard of the slippery weasel, right?
Oh,
I'd rather go to the 20D Damage Cafe.
Did I tell you about this? Did I tell you about the slippery weasels? Okay. Yeah, actually, the slippery weasel. I've heard really good things. I've never been there.
Really? It's like where all ex-service members go.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's do the slippery weasel.
oh my gosh, that sounds horrible.
Let's go ahead and explain.
So when I was in Korea, we were part of a larger battalion, and our shop was on odd schedules, so we weren't running 24 hours where nobody else was. And so one time our shop chief was talking to like the battalion or brigade commander, I forget who, and he called us a bunch of slippery weasels because we never made it to any of the formations with the rest of the group. And so our shop nickname was the Slippery Weasels. So I have a coin that says Slippery Weasels on it somewhere.
That's hilarious.
And so when you told me that, I didn't remember it until this afternoon when I was trying to come up with a place. And I'm like, the Slippery Weasel. It sounds like a great dive
Sounds like
bar.
a strip club.
Sounds like off-color strip club.
So anyway,
Not that any of them are on color.
But like more off color.
Yeah.
you get off. It is not too far away from the massive military base that is in the middle of the city.
Convenient.
Yeah. You walk into the bar, and it is very much in the style of your typical military dive bar. Very
Okay.
like the floor is concrete slabs that's all stained up. There's some slow-moving fans overhead. The lights fixtures are very utilitarian, like just fluorescent bulbs that run from one end of the ring to the other. They keep them kind of low, like every other bulb has been removed.
Okay.
So it's nice and
So
low.
they've been removed. They're not burnt out.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what they're going for.
Okay. Is there a pool table in here?
There is 3 pool tables, actually.
Okay.
Behind the bar, it's a nice old wooden bar that's been really nicked up. You can see a whole line of scuff marks where standard issue boots have just kind of beat up against the bar.
Okay.
And you can see this giant painted circular logo that has like a weasel that's like sliding right through the bomb detonator, like a commonly done bomb detonator.
Okay.
It's sliding right through, and it's like holding a match, like that's lit as it goes past.
Sounds like my place.
Yeah. And Sam is very surprised that she has not heard of this before.
So I've heard of it. I just never been there.
Oh, you've never been there?
Largely because, mostly a lot of ex-service people, and for the most part, I've been avoiding it. So, but me and Katari, go ahead and we'll how about we'll go ahead and sit down at at the bar.
Okay, you want to sit down at the bar?
We're gonna sit down at the bar.
Okay. So when did you get out? She says as she drinks her grain mash.
It's been about 4 months.
So you're fresh out.
Yep, fresh out. I was meeting with one of the separatists. Separation counselors. Up until the other day, the building actually caught on fire, so I haven't been able to meet with him again since then.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got out 4 months ago, and so I still trying to figure out how to land on my feet.
I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. How long have you been out?
Well, I've been out 2 years.
Okay, so you got out shortly after we did the thing.
Yeah, that was my last tour.
Oh, it was a good one for a last one.
Yeah, it was, and it was a really good. That was a really good way to kind of transition into what I'm doing now.
Oh, so it's related.
You could say that.
Huh. Well, that's some neat work. Hopefully, I can get that lucky and get something that's in line with my skills and personality like that.
Yeah.
So, what company are you with? Or let me change that. What is the name of the company that you give?
It's not one you would have heard of. It's making a bit of a resurgence.
Okay, what's it called?
She kind of leans forward and says, "It's called Healing Hand."
Huh. I guess I find that surprising. They are being sponsored by the organization that you work for.
Well, I mean, the telecommunications is just
But I mean,
what you walk into.
that they have been known for some interesting activity. I just find it strange that they would get in bed with the people that we know.
Here's the thing. Not every job can be above board.
Right.
And sometimes to make sure that there are proper understandings, there's got to be a little wiggle room.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely be interested if they open up a slot. I will be more than happy. Do you have a card I can send information to, or?
She puts her hand on top of yours. They already know about you.
Okay, that's good to know.
I mean, I wasn't on that aqua rail for any old reason.
So, are they asking me to come by? Are you asking me to come by?
I've always wanted you to ask me that. Sure, how about tonight at 8? Wear something nice.
Like your real skin.
Do you want a little Science of the Lambs armor?
Jeff just went a little Buffalo Bill on us.
It puts the lotion on.
Okay, I
Sorry.
I can be by tonight at 8. What about if they're watching me and wanting more information about me? Mm-hmm. Is there an office I can stop by at?
Oh, you meant professionally.
Yes, professionally.
I'm afraid that I'm as close as you're going to get to the organization for right now.
Okay, I guess I can keep looking, and I'll see you tonight at 8.
Sounds good. We're going to go ahead and take a break there.
At nerdstalking.com, we have explosions. We've got beautiful women, tropical locales, fast cars, money giveaways. Do you want a new TV? Just listen, you'll get a free TV. You want a DeLorean? You listen twice, we'll give you a DeLorean.
Chad? We can't afford any of that.
What do you mean?
It's too expensive.
Well, what are we supposed to do then?
We just talk. Nerdstocking.com!
Subscribe now.
Or else.
So, chronologically, what would come next is probably Julian meeting with the Major.
With Major
Illian.
Yeah, so I walk in at 2 o'clock.
Yes. Okay. And
Back up to the main desk.
Yes.
And says, I'm here to meet with Major Julian.
Okay.
It was scheduled for a appointment at 2:30.
Yes, I do see you on the schedule. What did you do in the meantime? Like, did you just like hang out?
Just hang out.
Do some library research or something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad to see that you made it. Go ahead and have a seat.
This is still in the main lobby.
No, you go upstairs to the Major's office.
Go upstairs
Yeah.
at this point,
Or the lift. I would think that you would be going upstairs because construction's going on, so they probably don't have the lifts up and running at this point.
is the lift attendant one of the ones working on the lift?
You do see the elevator attendant like helping to like actually focus blast away like some of the harder to reach areas like along where the ceiling and the wall join together. It's like power washing the dust away with air, blasting it with one hand and then like
sandblasting.
Yeah, and then making a cyclone that carries the dust and debris that it's knocking down to the bin that it the waste receptacle that it has.
Is it the same guy?
It is.
So as I walk past him casually to the stairs, I'm just gonna say, "Hey, buddy, stairs. Good for your legs." and walks up the stairs.
He keeps on blasting. So you get upstairs, no problem.
Yeah.
Sit down, wait for your meeting. The Major is finally available, and so
How long did I have to wait there?
it's surprisingly on time.
Okay.
Like he actually walks in to the office like 5 minutes before your meeting time, and goes right into his office. It's got like a stack of papers like under one arm. Like it looks like architectural drawings rolled up and stuck in with the rest of his paperwork as well.
Okay.
His receptionist, the one that's at his area, and says, "All right, now you can go." And he introduces you to the Major as Investigator Julian Illix.
He says, Major Alien,
Sir?
how's it been the past 2 days?
Well,
Busy, I imagine?
yes, the work has just really started. We've got a lot to do in terms of getting the building ready. And also we've had some of our personnel are not able to be here in the building because of damage to the floor, and also some of them had smoke inhalation and they're just taking some time off. So we're a little short-handed, but we're making sure that the mission goes forward.
Okay, all right. So I'm here for a couple of reasons. One, the last time we met, you promised me a list of newly bonded fire proxies that I might be able to interview.
Okay.
And then doing a little bit more research on the cases of arson that I've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I had said before that there was an accelerant used, and there's this heat signature that was captured on the thermal imaging scanners.
Mm-hmm.
That accelerant has been released as GX35, which, speaking with a fire marshal earlier today, the only approved use for GX35 is military.
Yes.
So, why would it be being released that GX35 is the cause of these fires? Have you guys had any GX35 go missing? And he says, just to clarify, I don't think it's GX35, because as I already explained, if it was, the fire would not have been as hot.
Mm-hmm.
But the fire was extremely hot. So my reason for asking about GX35 at all is to try and understand why someone would be trying to pin this on the military or cast the military in a bad light by having GX35 go missing from your possession.
I really can't talk about ongoing investigations in terms of property loss. I can't even talk about whether or not investigations are happening. Since you are not within the standard parameters of command, I'm afraid I can't give you much information about that. But I can give you that list that you were asking for.
And also, what about that fire proxy that was causing this damage last time? Has that been handled? Has that fire proxy been detained?
I can't talk about that either.
It pertains to my investigation, which I'm allowed to investigate.
I'm sure you understand that the needs of national security trump the needs of a private investigator. You'll have to file the proper paperwork to get that information.
It has been filed. The council has approved me to privately investigate these fires.
You'll have to file paperwork with Army in order to get that information. It's classified. You would have to actually file a request for information.
So are you saying that the Army supersedes the council?
I'm saying that the Army has to follow the regulations that the council has set in place. And the regulations that the council has set in place for the Army supersedes those of a private citizen performing an investigation.
But the council would not have approved me to investigate this if they didn't want me investigating this.
All I can say is that you'll need to file the proper paperwork. Now, he reaches into a desk drawer and pulls out a list and hands it to you.
He takes the list.
For the council.
For the council.
You don't get all the information that you want from Major Ellen.
Well, you already said his required for the councils, so he's walking out, I guess.
Yes, he is done with you.
As he goes down the stairs, I'm assuming it would be the same stairs that he exited the last time he was there.
Yes.
He's going to peer into the third floor just to see what is there.
No, it honestly looks like it's almost going to have to be totally restructured. That part of the building where the majority of the fire happened, like part of the wall is gone, like the exterior wall. So you can see outside. They're going to have to do a lot of construction to be able to get this thing into a working capability again.
I guess he's going to continue to go down there. As he goes out that door, is that the door where he saw the...
Yes.
He's going to do a Uber investigation to see if he senses anything about that particular area. And I'm going to sink a fate point into it to double my roll.
Okay.
Which doubles the roll, so that gives me 10D.
That's nice.
Well, it can be unless you get all ones.
Yeah.
Even in double this, still better.
So it's 10D plus 4. I got a 1 on the wild die, but I do have some other 6s, so that's...
One other 6.
27, 31.
Cool. What do you find?
I had no idea where you were going with that thing.
I didn't either. To be honest, you wanted something, so I gave you something, and I had no idea what it was, and now you get to create something.
Yeah. Now I have to create some other mythos to this world on the fly.
Yeah. Now we're starting to get pretty complicated.
it's pretty hard.
Have you ever heard of ghost image, flashpoint images?
Oh,
I was thinking of that. Okay. As he passes through that area, he feels like a gust of wind that would be going into the building, and he hears a whisper. It's indistinct voice. He can't tell, wouldn't recognize the voice, but it says, "Let's go help it."
okay.
Interesting.
I like it. Chime.
So,
you've had a non-eventful day
yep.
up to this point.
Mostly, yeah.
Let's say that there is a small park near your home. It's a pond, not a large pond, but it has a nice little walking path around it with a lot of trees and shrubbery and some ducks and goldfish and that kind of creatures that are typically found in ponds.
There are people in the park?
There's a few. There's some children playing.
Okay.
In fact, you actually see two children playing together.
Okay. Do I recognize them at all, or?
No. One's a young girl and the other's a young boy.
Well, I think that, I'm sitting there in the park and having a couple days of relaxation is good, but I'm been dismissed for, what, a month, they said?
Yeah.
6 months.
6 months. Yeah, I'll never survive that. I'm sitting there in the park and I'm going through a list of things I might be able to do on my time off. I'm still required to go to the counseling, so I have to, whatever I do, I have to work around that. I might as well see if I can help some people out, because one of my goals is to help everybody I can.
Yeah. So you're making a list?
I'm making a list of things I might be able to do, like go to the seedier parts of town and just see if I can help clean up the areas, or maybe
Work in a food kitchen type
work food kitchen type thing, or maybe contact some of my some of the people I was supposed to be helping that I'm not allowed to help, and see what I can do unofficially.
So as you're compiling your list, you hear a voice. It's a man's voice. It's a familiar voice. Saying, "Kids, we gotta go home now."
I look up, and who do I see?
You see your brother.
My brother. When did he get kids? Peter Pan's got kids?
Your brother's Robin Williams.
Oh, there you are, Peter.
The best Peter Pan movie ever.
Yes.
Such a dark movie, though. If you go back and watch
Yeah.
it, it's like super dark.
Oh yeah. Well, how old do the kids appear to be?
The girl appears to be around 5,
Okay. The brother?
and the boy looks to be around 7.
That means that he was born very shortly after the last time I saw my brother. Right now, I'm not going to say anything
Okay.
because he is a fire proxy, and I have issues there. Last time we talked, he also tried to kind of kill me. But I'm going to watch them very closely, see where, if they get into a vehicle, which way they go, or...
Okay. Yeah, they actually, across the street, most of the streets in the town, there's a lot of walkways.
Yeah.
Because, like we were saying earlier, only a very select few
have a vehicle.
are issued vehicles by the council.
Also, because
Issued vehicles. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. That's the only reason the fire department has any.
That's also why I wanted to see if they got into a vehicle.
No, they do not get into a vehicle. They actually...
Last I knew, he was still enlisted.
Nope, they take the aqua rail.
Yeah.
They go across the walkway and up a couple flights of stairs and get on the aqua rail.
Is it like the metro system where they have specific routes that just go back and forth, or is it just like a circle that goes around the city?
Well, we discussed it last time.
What I remember, what we said was that there are hubs off of a central location.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's a center in the middle of town,
And also a ring that goes around the edge.
Yeah. So there are stations that, and then you get on it, you go to the main stop, you hop onto the one that you want to go.
So we'd be able to say, hey, look, it's 3 o'clock. That means they're going to this destination.
So you've been to.
It's like a big pizza.
Yeah.
Or more like a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
With central hub.
But
It goes around.
have you been to Disney World?
With the monorail there.
Yeah. So the monorail has the one station where you can switch and
Yeah.
go to different parks. That's the same kind of idea.
Yeah.
Except you don't get stranded next to the Grand Floridian for 45 minutes because your wife took your bus pass and left you alone at the hotel.
Oh. No.
That might be a personal story.
That's where the 20D of damage comes in.
Aqua rail explodes.
We're just waiting for that hammer to fall.
Man, I wish I had your powers right now. So that's interesting. He's in my neighborhood at the park with his kids. I'm going to go back to my place, give them about half an hour, and try to call my brother again and see if he answers this time.
He does.
I got to find his name because I had it written down.
It's Choler.
Yeah, Choler. That's right.
Choler.
Choler. This is your brother.
Chime. Good to hear from you.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because we haven't talked in many years. I've just wondering what you've been up to. Wonder if we could connect and try to become a family again, maybe. How about we meet tomorrow for lunch? Sound good?
I'd love that.
All right. Any suggestions where you want to meet?
I don't know if you would want to go to some of the places that I like to go to. I mean, you're still in.
Yeah, technically.
You're not too far from the Aquarel Central, correct?
Correct. I'm still in the enlisted housing outside the base.
Okay. Officer housing, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to... There's a noodle shop at the Aquarel Central.
I know which one you're talking about. We can go there.
Would you like to meet there?
Okay. Sure, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. So, tomorrow lunch.
Yeah, I'm fired
See
up.
you there. You would say that.
A jerk.
Yeah. Your brother's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, always has been. Always has been. Glad I was able to connect with you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hopefully sparks fly. Talk to you later.
Gosh, after 7 years, he's still such a jerk.
He knows what gets under my skin.
Knows what's light your fire.
You're just mean. Alright, so that's the plan, is to meet for lunch tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Jerr, I'm sure you're awake now.
I guess late afternoon.
Right, time to go on duty again.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Because once the fire starts, you have to stay there until that's taken care of and cleanup is done and everything like that. So you're late getting off of shift.
It happens.
Yeah. So when you get back to the station house, once you finish your routine, what do you like to do? Like while you wait for a call? Do you throw darts? Do you read a book? Do you clean around the bay just to make sure that everything is spick and span?
A little bit of cleaning and stuff, just because it's important to have clean, safe place to run through. Can't have things laying around.
There's a lot of responsibility on your heads.
Yeah.
The chief actually sticks his head out of the office. Lan, you all checked in?
Yeah.
All right. Need you to do something special for us tonight.
All right.
Yeah. So that guy you pulled out of the building,
Yeah, what about him?
well, he called the station, and he wants you to come see him at the hospital. He said he wanted to show you his gratitude.
Did you tell him that I wasn't interested in things like that? You know that I don't care about things like that.
Look, he's a wealthy man, and he promised to make a very significant contribution
Gosh.
beyond the council allotment.
Gosh. This council. Oh my goodness.
The council is all. The council will not be questioned.
I want to move.
council.
I want to move.
You decided to come here.
I did.
You adopted it. Some of us were born in it.
Why would I choose to come so close to the council?
Maybe he's Maybelline.
Thank you for that.
There goes the first fate point of the night.
Awarded for making the GM laugh. So yes, ... above the council allotment. So this isn't really a Jerr Lan wants to kind of thing.
Has to be the order too.
It's a more will report to kind of thing.
Is this a I'll lose my job if I don't go kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
Dang it.
He said he would call every night until you showed up too. So
Alright, I'll go visit this crazy guy. He was thinking I was someone that I'm not.
yeah, you got that kind of face, man.
I know, that's what I told him.
Old and craggly and kind of like everybody else.
That slight hint of despair. Yeah,
Don't we all have that?
exactly. Alright, I guess I'll go visit him.
So you go to the hospital.
Yeah, I go to the hospital.
And you're taken to the VIP suite of the hospital?
Gosh. One of those.
Yeah, very wealthy.
He's not gonna let this be, is he?
No.
Just because you want to make my life miserable.
That's definition of a game master, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
As you come in, you see him actually holding like a telegram card in his hand, and he's just reading over it, and he's looking really kind of sad.
Knock, knock.
Oh, the fireman!
Yeah, the fireman.
Come on in! And you can see him like putting his telegram under a glass on the side table of the hospital bedroom. I just wanted to say thank you again for saving my life.
Yeah, okay. You're welcome.
Do you know how the fire started?
I have not been given that information. Sorry. I think they've gotten close to figuring out what it was, but I haven't been told that information. No. Sorry.
So quick. I woke up and it sounded like there were some footsteps upstairs, and then all of a sudden, I started smelling smoke, and it just spread so quickly.
Is there normally someone else living in that house?
No, my wife died, and my son he was at boarding school. That's another issue.
Do you think it was him?
No.
Are you sure? Because sometimes kids like to sneak into their houses.
Well, he wasn't a malicious child.
I've heard of nice kids doing it too. I don't know.
No, Abel he knows the dangers of fire. I just want to know where he is.
If you don't know where he is, then it very well could have been him. He may have been doing something that started a fire, I don't know. Maybe not even intending to. Like I said, I haven't been disclosed with that information.
But there was somebody else in the house, wasn't there?
Yes, there was another person, just like you said.
Do you think they were going for what I had, my valuables?
Well, they were reaching out towards your safe up there.
What?
Is there like a bomb on
No.
your safe or something?
No.
If there's something like that, you need to let us know.
If they got that information,
It didn't look to be opened when I was in there.
can you go and see if everything is still in there? Please. I mean, I'm asking for our friendship.
I guess I can go check it out. Your house is really not safe to be in right now, though.
It's going to be a lot less safe for a lot of people if we can't confirm that everything is still in that safe.
Well, the best I can do is see if it's open or not.
All right. Here, let me make you a list. And he grabs the...
Trusting a complete stranger with a list of very important things. I don't like this.
You're not a complete stranger.
I
don't
am
know.
a complete stranger.
I don't know why you keep saying that. You were there with me, with Rednecks, and with everybody else when we made sure that the world was safe. Now, I need you to stop lying to me, and I need you to help me.
I'll look into it.
Okay, fine.
Safe.
There. And he wrote it on the back of the telegram card that was underneath his glass of water.
I'll look into this.
Oh, you'll need the combination. He writes down several numbers. 4819. Now, I can't have you staying around here. Go.
All
Report
right.
back to me as soon as you know.
Okay. Fine. I'm going.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and stop. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.